Hi, and welcome to this beginner's yoga class where we will be standing throughout the class and I will be giving recommendations for big bodies. So if you are not standing already, go ahead and start to make your way there. My name is Kady, and I'm really looking forward to moving our bodies together today. So with your hands down by your side, I'm gonna have you peek down at your toes. Make sure your feet are in line with one another, so parallel to one another. And in terms of how far apart they should be, we're looking for just about 2 fists in between the inner arches of your feet. So you don't need to bend down there and check it out, but just sort of eyeball it, and if it looks just about right, you're good to go. Then let your hands come down by your side. This posture we're starting in is going to be mountain pose. So palms face forward and thumbs face out. There's this option of mountain pose that we're gonna start with. And think about standing up nice and tall. So imagine you're like a marionette puppet and there was a string hooked to this part of your head that was just pulling up gently. Not so much that you're like this, but what we're looking for is length on the back side of your neck. All right, so here we are, mountain pose. A little bend in your knees, so they're kind of like bouncy, but not fully bent, just not locked out. And then from here, reach your arms up above your head like you were holding a beach ball above your head. So palms aren't facing out or in or forward. Like you were really holding onto a big bouncy beach ball up here above your head. And if you really imagine that there was a beach ball that you were pressing into, you'll feel the muscles on the side of your body and up in your shoulders really engage. And that's what we're looking for here. Take a full breath in. And a big breath out. This is mountain pose. Take one more inhale here, and then bring your hands to heart center. So we are going to move through a lot of postures, and I'll be talking about breath a lot. While yoga is very cool and standing on your head and doing all the fancy yoga poses is great, all we're really trying to do in this yoga practice is breathe. So see if you can focus on your breath. So we're gonna move back to mountain, that beach ball above your head. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Beach ball above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. See if you can get your breath moving. Inhale, arms sweep up. Maybe you look up a little bit. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, arms reach up, beach ball above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Wonderful work. I'm gonna have you step your feet a little bit wider. If you're not already on facing the long side of your mat, or if you don't have a mat, that's cool too. If you're not facing this way on your mat though, please do. So toes are pointing straight towards the side of your mat or straight forward. Feet are still parallel to one another. And then take a moment here, hands on your hips, stand up nice and tall under the marionette string, reaching the crown of your head high. Hands on your hips, and then arms. Reach out to a V with your palms facing forward, star pose. This is a yoga pose, star pose. It's also one, if you ever read about power poses, poses that alter the chemistry in your brain, meaning it releases endorphins and adrenaline. They say this posture is good to do if you're about to do something you're nervous about, like a big presentation or a tough relationship conversation or whatever it is. This is a reminder to stand in your power, to take up space. Take another breath in here, and a big breath out, and bring your hands to your hips. Take a moment to look down at your feet and turn both of your toes out so that they're pointing at the corners of your mat. So we're looking to come from standing here down to a squat. So this is horse pose. Some people call it horse pose, some people call it goddess pose, depends on who you are and how you've been taught to teach yoga, many different lineages of yoga. So toes point out and hands on your hips. Your booty's gonna burn a bit, your quads are gonna burn a bit, you can do it. Yoga is about finding the breath in the middle of sensation. So take a breath in, take a breath out. Your hands can stay here, or you can goalpost or cactus your arms. Touchdown, that's what we're looking for here. But palms forward. This is touchdown. Palms forward for this. Take a breath in and a breath out. Yes, you can. Wonderful. Straighten your legs, bring your hands to your hips. And then Bring your toes back facing the long side of your mat. We're gonna do a warrior two and a reverse warrior on both sides. So don't worry, I got you. Remove this together. Left foot stays parallel with the back edge of your mat, and then turn your right toes towards the short edge of your mat. So right toes are pointing this way, left toes are pointing this way. And take a moment here, I always like to start with hands on my hips in this posture, to find your stability. If you notice that making your stance a little bit wider or bringing your right foot to the right is helpful, that's great. Just make sure your right toes stay pointed forward. And then, if your right knee is still straight, go ahead and bend into your right knee. So right knee is over your ankle, both forward and back. So we're not going too far forward this way, we're not back too far this way. Right over your ankle, that space right in between. And then your hands can stay on your hips or can come straight up to a T with your palms down. Maybe you look over your right hand. Take a full breath in. And a big breath out. All right. From this warrior two, we're gonna move to reverse warrior. So first, left hand comes down your leg. Left hand falls to the left leg. And right hand reaches up above your head. So you start with reaching up. And then maybe if your neck's okay with it, you look up towards your right hand. Stay committed to the bend in your right knee. I know your quads burn. I'm with you here. Take a breath in and a breath out. Final time here. Yes, you can. Inhale. Full steady exhale. Bring your hands back to your hips. Slowly pivot your feet so that they're pointing towards the long side of your mat once again. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So this time, right foot is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Left toes turn towards the short edge of the opposite side of your mat. And if this is super intense, I know this is sensational. These are difficult postures. If this is intense, you could shorten the stance here and that will reduce the amount of intensity of this posture, the amount of sensation. So, all right, we're here, hands on hips. Left toes are pointing straight towards the side of your mat. And then from here, bend into your left knee. Check in with your knee, make sure it's stacked directly over your ankle so we're not too far forward or too far back. We're looking for that space right in between. And your hands can stay on your hips or come out to a T with your palms down. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. Kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit so that there's sensation in your back. Yeah. And then squeeze your glutes together. Take a breath in, final one here, and a breath out. Let your right hand fall down your leg. Stay in the bend in your left knee. I know you want to come out, so do I. Reach your left arm straight up towards the ceiling so that your palm is facing back. So hands not here, here, here. We're looking for palm facing back, that away, some, that away. And then you can either keep your gaze where it lands naturally or maybe you look up if it's cool with your neck. One more inhale and a breath out. Wonderful. And then bring your hands back to your hips. Bring both toes, both feet, all of your toes, to face the long side of your mat. Try not to lock out your knees. We're gonna take a wide-legged forward fold here. So with your feet as they are now, put a little bend in your knees and then start to bend. So I'm gonna turn sideways, you see where you are. It's helpful to bend and then hinge at your hips. So imagine that you're sending your butt backwards rather than rounding forward. So hands on your hips, butt goes back, chest falls down, and then hands come to the ground in front of you. Your hamstrings are probably like, what in the world is happening? Try not to lock out your legs. If you widen the stance of your feet, there'll be a little bit less sensation in your hamstrings. Take a breath in. Full steady breath out. We're coming to this final bit of class. Another inhale. Stretching out the hamstrings that just did so much work. Final breath in. And stay for your exhale. And then heel toe your feet back to inner hips width distance. Bring your hands to your hips and with a bend in your knees, slowly come to standing. Take a breath in as you do. Just like the beginning of class, Let's sweep our arms back up to mountain, that beach ball up above your head. Full inhale and an exhale. Last movement of class here. Inhale, arms come up, reach up, maybe you look up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. You did awesome. Please know that yoga is for you, yoga is for everybody, and I hope to see you again in the class. My name is Kady. You matter. Thank you for joining.